Welcome to the First and 30 podcast. This is episode 79. I'm your host, Antonino, the Podfather, and this week we're keeping the chains moving with yet another faithful fanatic, but this time I go into the depths of Foxboro, somewhere behind all the Super Bowl hardware. Yes, that's right, a New England Patriots fan. We have Naval Officer Wallace down in Jacksonville. Welcome into the studio, Wallace.
Appreciate you, man, for having me. It's been great. I got the text Sunday night, and I was ecstatic to come on board. It feels good being a Pats fan this year. I feel like, the equilibrium of the world is set. Pats on top of the AFC East, Pats on top of the AFC. All is right in the world, so it's good to be here.
Oh, not this again. I know a lot of people listening are scarred from all the Tom Brady days. And you were just down here in Tampa a few weeks ago. Saw them take down the Bucs. So
boots on the ground, brother.
Boots on the ground, travels with the team. So I couldn't think of no one better to bring in here to represent the Patriots, sitting at 10-2. Crazy to even think about. But first, I always got to ask, how did you become a fan of the New England Patriots?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Birthright. So I was born in Boston, Mass. My grandfather on my mother's side, he was a security guard at the stadium at Gillette. So, I remember being a young kid going to training camp, going to the stadium, going to Foxboro, watching the boys. So it's been a blessing to get, 6 championships through my youth. And then when Tom went down to Tampa, Pats fans called that Tampa, they call that Patriot South. So I had that one down too. So I'll take 7 to my name.
Yeah, wow. Okay, and Patriot South makes sense because those ticket prices for that game were astronomical.
Yes, sir.
Huge following down in Tampa, Foxboro, and yourself over there in Jacksonville. But let me remind you, this is 4 downs in 30 minutes or less. I don't know if you're ready for this gauntlet. What do you say?
Let's do it, baby.
Give this a shot?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's hop right in. It's first down, and first things up, we're going to talk about the Patriots. They marched on over the Bengals. Unfortunately for me, Sunday afternoon in Cincinnati, Patriots won a tougher game than most anticipated. Final score 26-20. They held off a late Bengals drive and kept them out the end zone. And yes, those are tears you see coming down my face if you're watching on YouTube. Tell me, Wallace, man, what was the best thing you saw on Sunday afternoon?
Best thing I saw on Sunday afternoon by far, I would say, is the offense that we're seeing now with Drake Maye. Drake Maye, I don't know if you saw, look over the stat sheet, 9 different receivers he completed passes to, 9 different receivers. He almost got to that 300 number, got 294 through the air. Travion Henderson is now clear the RB1. He had like 18 carries. I think Stevenson only had 6. And then Hunter Henry getting 10 targets, 7 grabs, 115 yards. that offense looked good. Struggled in the red area, though. I didn't like that. Saw that in Tampa as well when they had like a 4th down. Had like a fade, to Stephon Diggs in the end zone. Which, I was like, we're on the 1-yard line. But the offense is looking good.
Speaking of the offense, let's pump the brakes a little bit here because that first quarter, if you watch that game, it didn't quite look right. I was like, this is the Drake Maye that I know from North Carolina. This is the rookie year Drake Maye. Passes kind of floating up a little bit. I'm like, maybe we're going to actually win this game. He finished 22 for 35, 294 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Very respectable. One of the picks was a pick 6. But were you nervous? Were you nervous after that first quarter down 10-zip?
Nope, down 10-zip. I could quote it upstairs, and I got the bet slip. I bet Pats -1.5.
Whoa! The man is confident. Bet slips, man. That's why I love you, man. Also, a bettor just like me. We'll touch on that on 4th down. We're not going to let that go. But you weren't nervous at all after the first quarter?
No. I think if Joe Burrow was in that game, maybe. But I knew, quickly after that, we had our pick 6 on the end, bringing out 10-7. And then we went down the field, started clicking on the offense side of the ball. And once we started slowing it down, making sure, we can get our reads and then, advance the ball, I thought we did well. Run game, I didn't love as much today. I think we were under 100 yards rushing, but that's going to happen. And I think it shows that, a veteran aspect of Drake Maye that he's learned through experience of like, hey, settle in. All right, tough first quarter. But then let's start moving the ball down the field, make plays, and start winning football games. So 10-2, I'll take it.
Yeah, you'll take 10 into it. Doesn't matter if it's pretty or ugly. A win's a win.
Sure. Hard
But
to win
you
this
like
league, brother.
you said there's a stable of running backs there. One specifically, Travion Henderson, young
Yes,
stud,
sir.
kind of surprising people. Started a little slow this year. He's coming on hot. He's had some big games. He was held in check, but I know a lot of fans are excited for him. But Stephon Diggs, people forget that he's on the team. He had a quiet day. Are you nervous? Stephon had a slow day. The running back had a slow day. Rough first quarter. Lots of injuries. I mean, are you
Lots of
nervous?
injuries. I'll say I'm not worried about the offense in the receiver wise, but I am. Will Campbell going out is tough, being carted off. So
Yeah.
uh, early on, I think they're saying he should be back for the playoffs, but that's going to be hard because you're not going to be able to run the football without another line. So having him healthy, having Morgan Moses healthy is going to be important down the stretch.
Yeah, it was really a war of attrition. The Bengals, who can't get a pass rush on anybody, there was a couple injuries on the Patriots line. You start to see them get a little bit of traction rushing the passer there. But regardless, Drake Maye started to heat up to Hunter Henry. The guy went off 7 receptions, 115 yards, and a touchdown, 10 targets. Basically, what this is telling you, in fantasy, pick any tight end that goes against the Bengals. They have linebackers, 2 rookies in particular that can't play man coverage. The tight ends go crazy. Is Hunter Henry new number 1? I know you got Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins. Is that your go-to target?
I think the great thing we talked about earlier with nine different receivers, there's not going to be a true number one in New England. I think that's where we are at our best. We can able to spread the ball out. So Hunter Henry, I think, is definitely has proven himself to be the safety blanket of Drake Maye. He really likes to throw the ball to him, but Mac Hollins makes great plays. And then when Kayshon Boutte gets good, I mean, you start having 30, 40-yard touchdown receptions. That Stephon Diggs is going to be a red zone threat. So you have a ton of different options. I don't think you're ever going to have a number one guy. And then don't forget about Austin Hooper as well on the tight end position. So a lot of weapons. It feels good to have a lot
Jeez.
of weapons, man.
You guys are
Naming
deep as
names.
can be. Yeah, next one up, next man up. Everyone's coming to play. So that brings me to the next thing. Is this team for real? Coach Vrabel and the Patriots. Let's take a look on second down. What's the outlook of this Patriots team going forward with that 2.5 game lead in first place over the struggling Bills? How far can this team go?
I think the team can go as far. As far as I think we can go. So Super Bowl. I'm thinking Super Bowl.
Thinking
First of all,
Super Bowl.
I'm thinking Super Bowl. I'm thinking Super Bowl. Man, we're going out top seed in the AFC. This defense is very good. This offense is balanced. I think you come into the playoffs, have a healthy O line. That is, like you said, if you have a healthy O line, you're going to run the football. Travion Henderson is going to be great. He's still developing rookie, and then Ramondre Stevenson, that toe is going to get better. He's going to get better, healthy every week. So you're going to face a Patriots team that's going to be very, very dangerous in the playoffs. We bring over, Terrell Williams out. Vrabel brings his guys in, and he's like, okay, now the success he had in Tennessee, he's able to, have a good quarterback and have offensive weapons. That's going to produce a team that's going to be able to go deep into the playoffs.
It must be nice to play the Dolphins and the Jets twice a year. Must be nice.
It is nice, brother.
Some people would say this is the quickest rebuild ever, but dare I say, is this just a result of a cupcake schedule? Which one is it?
I mean, that's one where you have to test it. I think it was a good Bucs team. I think we played well against the Bucs down there. I think that was the game everyone was like, okay, this is the litmus test. No way the Pats win this one. All right, cool. Get a big win on the road, and we go to Cincinnati. Again, where there's a struggling Bengals team, but then we get down early. Okay, this team is going to be able to battle back. Yeah, come back, double point lead, and don't forget about that Bills win early on the season. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, this is an anomaly." Well, we got them again in a couple of weeks, so we'll see if that was an anomaly or not.
Hey, sounds like you're passing all the tests. I know the schedule looks soft. You guys beat the Browns, the Titans, the Saints, the Falcons, the Jets, the Bengals, a lot of soft teams. Next game up, the New York Giants. I mean,
yeah,
come on,
Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
That's coming up quick.
Hopefully, Jameis plays that game.
So the landing strip for a nice, smooth landing into the playoffs looks possible here. I gotta ask, okay, I got you on here. Is this a Tom Brady 2.0 situation, or are we just rushing the narrative here?
I think it's a good point you bring up, and I think every time we talk about it in the six Super Bowl, like is it Tom Brady, is it Bill Belichick? I think bringing back Josh McDaniels might have been something to do with it. I think Josh McDaniels is a very good offensive coordinator. I think he should take the Spagnuolo route, perhaps maybe
Oh,
focus on staying as a coordinator for his career because it seems to be the quarterback whisperer. I mean, he's unlocked Drake Maye. Drake May's using his legs when he has to, but he's also getting through all of his reads. The offense looks balanced. I mean, I just feel like just a nostalgia, and I love watching the Patriots every Sunday. I love it.
so McDaniel could have been the missing piece, the secret sauce,
Not a
Tom
fan,
Brady
man. Not a fan.
2.0. Drake Maye, Drake Maye, if I'm looking at his stats real quick, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,100 yards, 71% completion percentage. I feel like no one expected this jump from his rookie year to his sophomore
No,
year. Pretty
no.
incredible to
You
see.
think it's a sophomore slump because guys get film on him, but McDaniel's, hey, he's the quarterback whisperer.
Well, we've said a lot of good things. Tell me some bad things. What's the chink in the armor? What's the weakness? Where can they be exposed?
It's the red area, brother. It's not going to win
Oh,
playoff games. It's not going to win playoff games. I think literally in the game we had Sunday, we had about 12 plays. It felt
mhm.
like on like the 10 yards
Yep.
and we couldn't get I think we got 3 points out of it, got a field goal. So that's unacceptable. That's not going to win playoff games because guys like the Colts are punching those in. The Ravens are going to punch those in, and then of course you have the Rams out west that are just ungodly with Devontae Adams and Stafford in the red area. So you need to be able to score touchdowns, and that'll be what exposes the team.
That, that's the money making area of the field. And we're talking about the Patriots outlook. I want to know, have you been to Gillette Stadium? And if so, what was your highest point ever as a fan?
I've been to Gillette a couple times. It's getting harder, with prices and stuff going up. But I went a couple times with my buddy. Been to the Bills game when we played them a couple years ago. And we had that like three game stretch with the Bills. I went to one of those games, which was cool. But I would say probably my best Patriots experience though would be the Super Bowl against the Falcons. And I remember just being
Oh,
with my boys and being like, we're watching it. I'm not at the game, but we're watching it on the beanbag chairs as kids. And they were telling you, we think, hey, the game's over. We're hanging out. We're sitting around. Next thing you know, it's like, oh my god, we got to win this football game. Get a dub there. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, a lot of good memories though as a kid of Patriots football, and hoping to make some new ones soon.
oh man, I feel like everyone remembers exactly where they were when they
27-3,
watched that
brother.
Patriots
27-3.
Falcons game. Yeah, you got to get the shirt, the 24 to
Yeah.
3. I mean, you see that everywhere. I don't know how Matt Ryan was ever going to live that one down. Like, poor
No.
guy.
No.
Never got another chance after that. But let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about things that you're thankful for. And that's right, it's third and long, and we're going to talk about Thanksgiving thanks. Wallace, man, we have Thanksgiving coming up here in just a couple days. I need to know, what's your favorite football Thanksgiving tradition, and where will you be on Thanksgiving?
Favorite football tradition is probably watching the early games, at my grandparents' house. That's what we always did as kids. We got the whole family together. So you'd have that early Fox game, and then you'd have I think it was CBS game that goes first usually,
Mm.
and then just watching the game, and then you got kind of in the background a little bit eating dinner, and then come back in your food coma, watching more football. So that's always a good time. And then of course afterwards you got to burn off that dinner a little bit. So going out, tossing the football out a little bit back as well, which my older cousins, that was always a good time. But this year I'm actually working. I'm on the ship this year, so I'll be on USS Thomas Hudner down here in Jacksonville. We have duty sections every day, so someone's always on a Navy warship. So I'll be there this year, but that's not a bad thing necessarily, So we have culinary specialists, so they're sailors that are
Okay.
professional cooks, and they come on, they do, and they're not on duty, but they come in anyways. And they take really good pride in this as well. But they'll make the whole spread, so whole Thanksgiving feast. So I hope my family's not listening to this, but sometimes the ship on the food on the ship is better than the ones at home.
Oh,
We get
oh, you're about to start a
to-
fight on Thanksgiving.
yeah. but they do a really good job. They're really good Americans that come in. They work hard. So we do a full spread. So everything you would think about at your kitchen table, you got a sailor making that, and that comes from turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and then have some pie and stuff. So it's a good time. It's a good time.
Man, you're
Different,
making me hungry over here. You're making me extremely hungry. I might have to ask you if there's room for one more on that ship.
hey, come
But
on down, man.
hey, I gotta know. I have no clue. Do they even have service on this ship? Can you watch games on there? What kind of situation we talking?
Yeah, man. So the modern age is great. They're getting Wi-Fi on board, so they get Wi-Fi on these things, and then we have like these direct TV. I don't even know how it works, but they got like direct TV, which I mean, now that I think about it, it makes sense because you'd always see people have the dishes on their satellite. Well, they just throw a dish on a ship and they can get the games on, which is good. So we'll have the CBS, have the Fox game, have the NBC game too. So it'll be a good time.
So you
I'll
said
have
you got to work off the food you eat. Are you guys gonna get like a 7-on-7 on the deck? Like what are we doing here?
Hey, I'm known to toss the football around the pier a little bit with my buddies. So we do bring them out, and probably get some people to join us as well. Good time.
I didn't know we had Wallace QB1 Thanksgiving quarterback with us right here.
Yeah, man. Trying to move the offense, man. Trying to move the offense on the pier.
So, so on this ship, is there any ones that you anticipate butting heads with? Is there fans from other teams? What game are you going to be having your eye on the most there? And is there any rivalries on the ship?
Yeah, you got people all the time. You have your Cowboys fans; those are usually the loudest.
Ugh,
And
disgusting.
yeah, especially after a win, they'll come in, they'll bloviate around the ship. Packer fans, those ones, sneaky third. I will put them above Eagles fans when it comes to obnoxiousness, but they're right above. And that's the great thing about the Navy. You got all these people from all different walks of life, all parts of the country, so they bring all their fandom from every corner, and it comes out. And if you're a Dallas fan, a Packer fan, an Eagle fan, you're gonna let people know, and it is frustrating to say the least if you're on the wrong end of it.
It's brutal. You might have food, family, and maybe some choice F words as some of those
Yeah,
guys.
that's right.
I want to leave the most time for fourth down because this is my favorite down. After I eat my lasagna, I'm going to be shoving it in lasagna until I can't breathe, really. But once that's done, my favorite part about any football Sunday, but specifically Thanksgiving, is the side stuffing. And yes, that I mean stuffing your pockets with money because these sports bets gotta be on point. All right, degenerate gambler, everyone listening knows this by now. Wallace, I need to tap in. All right, you're my plug.
I got a couple notes here for you. Got a couple notes.
Let's break this down right now. What's your number one favorite bet? Your lock for Thanksgiving. I need to pay my mortgage. Wallace, tell me, where's my money going?
All right, this is a disgusting bet. It's no fun to bet. Everyone's like, you want to go on Thanksgiving. You want to see points. You want to see action. You want to see the stars showing up. But I'm gonna take the under 52.5 Cowboys Chiefs. Under 52.5, and I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Oh boy, I need to hear this.
Mahomes does not hit the big numbers, big totals. Mahomes bet the under. All right, I'll give you a stat here. Since I believe 2022, Patrick Mahomes is 15-4 to the under when he has a total set of 50 and higher. 15-4.
Whoa. Oh, see, I got to dig a little deeper here because they're going to be on a turf field indoors. This is in Dallas, pristine conditions. This is when Mahomes is going to thrive, right?
Yeah, that's what you would think, except, Mahomes, you had to take the overtime last week. And then you also have in Dallas, Quinn Williams. So I think that's the big X factor here because you already know Chris Jones. I mean, Chris Jones and that Chiefs defense is solid. They were bottling up guys. They're holding 20 points, I think, last game. But Quinn Williams has really turned up this Dallas defense that I thought they were done playing for anything this year. I was like, this guy's done. I gotta lay Jerry Jones, but Jerry Jones seemed to have done it again. And
Jerry Jones. Jerry
They're a
Jones.
dangerous team. They're a dangerous team.
Pulling those strings. They made a couple trades to bring guys on the
Yep.
defensive side of the ball. And if someone would have told me that they would hold the Eagles to 0 points in a second half of an NFL football game, I would have probably called you crazy. But that's what happened this past weekend. Dallas completely shutting down the Eagles in the second half. They're on a 2-game win streak. Don't look now. Can they beat the Chiefs? Can Dallas beat the Chiefs?
I mean, I think, when you saw what they did to Saquon Barkley last week, completely taking him out of the game, come back from 21-0. I mean, that team is on a high. You're playing in Dallas on Thanksgiving. I mean, I think if you're going to bet anybody, I think it's bet that under. But I might, if you want to make a little 2-team parlay with a little boost, I'd put a Cowboys money line on there.
So the Cowboys have won 3 straight on Thanksgiving. They beat the Giants twice and Redskins, Commanders this past season. So 3 in a row. If you look at the spread, the Chiefs are favored by 3.5. And I say this every time. I hate to bet against Andy Reid and Mahomes. You just always feel like they got something in the bag that they're going to whip out. And it's Thanksgiving. They're the media darlings, as are the Cowboys. But I'm sure Taylor Swift is going to be there. You'll see the press owners boxes, the whole 9. But let's move on to one of the other games here. You got the Packers and Lions kicking it off. Lions 2.5 points favorite. What are we thinking there?
I think the Packers are a good football team. That's what I think. I think Packers plus 2.5 is probably the play there. I think a lot of players plays on it. Josh Jacobs is healthy. If Josh Jacobs is playing, he can effectively run the football. I think when you have a balanced offense with the Packers, I think that's where Jordan Love's able to survive. Ever play good football. And of course, you have Michael Parsons. That defense is good. That's a good defense. They paid a lot of money into it. They put a lot of effort into it. I think LaFleur has the boys going, and I think if you have a balanced offense, I think they passed it. I think last game they did it at like a 1 pass for every 2 runs type of ratio. I think once you're able to unlock the play action and push that ball downfield, the Packers are a dangerous football team. So I like them to cover that 2.5 and then maybe win outright.
These division games like to play close, so that spread's right where it should be. But someone that we're not talking about in this game, Jahmyr Gibbs. Golly, this boy can run, man. And he's just giving it to teams under 70 yards.
I think
that's like free money. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, if he gets to the secondary, that's the thing. Like, if he can break off, because he's always liable to break off a 50-yard run. I think he ended the game with like what was that, 67 yards or something crazy to end that football game the other day. And that was his 3rd touchdown. So Jahmyr Gibbs always a lock for breaking off a long run.
So I think I'm gonna take that Jahmyr Gibbs over 70. I gotta take that. I don't know that Chiefs Cowboys games. I think I'm rolling with the Chiefs there. I'm sorry to say, I feel like the Chiefs. I know. I want to see them lose more than anyone. I feel like the Chiefs pull that off. But let's move on to the main entree. At least for me, that is.
That is a main entree for you.
My Bengals going to Baltimore yet again. Of course, we got another Thursday night game in Baltimore for like the 3rd straight season.
Yep.
But we have Joseph Lee Burrow back in attendance, folks. Boys and girls, he's back. What do we think here? Ravens are favored by 7 points.
7 points is a lot of points in the division game. That's what I say. A lot of points. So I'm looking at, I said Chiefs, I said under 52.5. This one I'm seeing over 52.5. I say, Joe Burrow's back. I think Jamar Chase is going to be back. He's done spitting on people, I think. So I think he's going to come back and want to earn that game check. So I like the over that game. I like a big game, a lot of points. And I also like, Zay Flowers to have a big game as well. So I don't know. I know in the last couple of weeks, the Bengals secondary has been playing better, but Zay Flowers is the type of guy to just carve up corners. So I like him to go downfield.
Lamar Jackson might be dealing with, I believe I heard, a toe injury today. Did not practice. It is a short week. He has looked injured. He's not making those throws that he normally makes. So we got 2 quarterbacks seemingly maybe not 100% exactly going into this game. Over under 51.5. Man, You think there's going to be offense, but I'm daring to choose the under here. Let me remind some folks, T. Higgins got injured late in that Patriots game, went down with a concussion. He will not be playing in this game, folks. So expect a lot of double coverage on Jamar, and then you're going to have Burrow probably running for his life a little bit, if I'm going to be honest, trying to find Chase Brown and his third string receiver somewhere. I'm going to say under 51.5, but there's one, and this is my lock of the Thanksgiving day right here. I dug deep for this one. Joe Burrow, pass attempts. 38 is the number, folks. 38 is the number. I'm going to say under. The guy's coming off an injury. They don't want him throwing more than he has to. The running game is doing exceptionally well. You can vouch. You saw the game. The running game was moving. What do you think? Over, under, Joe Burrow, 38 pass attempts.
I think I love that. I think the record. I think Jacoby Brissett the other week just had the pass completion record of 47. And Joe Burrow is going to be out there trying to break that record. I don't think so. Not first night, especially not against that Ravens team. They're going to want to establish the run and then and go from there. That 38's a lot. That's a good pull right there.
So final verdict, you got Green Bay taking down the Lions. You have the Kansas City Chiefs falling to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, with that under as well, though.
With the under, slammed the under. I have a feeling I'm going to take that under there. And I'm
15-4, man. 15-4, yeah.
I'm going to send you that text message. And then this Bengals-Ravens game, 7 points. You think that's too much? You think the Bengals to cover?
Yeah. Give me Bengals +7 on that one. Yeah.
In Baltimore on Thanksgiving night, first game back for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I need it.
Will I get my Thanksgiving miracle? Will I have Joe Burrow eating a turkey leg after this game? Can it happen? Will it happen? Joe Burrow, Jamar eating turkey legs on Baltimore's turf. Please tell me.
I mean, I don't know if you get all that. I mean, I'll give you 7, but I don't know if I'll take the number, but I don't know if I'm going to take the Bengals out right there.
Come on, man. Just give me some hope. That's all I ask.
Oh, man. I mean, how healthy is Joe Burrow? If he's healthy, I mean, that team could beat anybody. So
I mean, if we're going to get down to brass tacks, this guy had surgery on a grade 3 turf toe, and we're here, 2-3 short months later? Yeah. I'm nervous, man. Is he risking injury? Can we run the table? Are we about to get 6 in a row to maybe win the division at 9-8?
Yeah, that sounds familiar in Cincinnati. Yeah, we got to run the table. So I mean, I don't know. I think Zach Taylor's trying to save his job maybe a little bit, bringing him back, but we'll see. We'll see.
I guarantee that. But if I needed one more bet from you, and it had to be based around your New England Patriots, do I put some money on that Super Bowl? What are we talking here, man? Come on, I want your secrets.
I think despite Matthew Stafford, turning up, I think you can still get Drake Maye at +240. I think you could still probably get great value on the Super Bowl. Yeah, sure, but I do think there's actual value in the Pats, making the Super Bowl. So give me them to win the AFC. I think there's no team definitively that I think that could really run away with it. So I think the Pats have a good chance. Seeing the Colts lose that abysmal game to the Chiefs last week just solidified that with me a bit. Pats have a good chance to win the AFC and get great value on it.
Hey, I like everything I'm hearing. Let me get on this Hard Rock app right now.
Yes, sir. Get on it.
I love it. Wallace, man, I gotta thank you for joining us here at the Chain Movement. I know the past 2 people that came on, their team didn't get quite lucky after coming on the show. We had an Eagles fan, a Colts fan, and a Falcons fan. All 3 teams went on to lose. I wish your Patriots the best of luck the rest of the way. Anything you want to leave the audience with?
Yeah, man, I got one quick plug. Navy football, man. We got a big game tomorrow, on Thanksgiving. We got a big game against Memphis on the road. You can catch that game 7:30 on ESPN. Currently, we have a 2% chance to make the college football playoff. We're sitting outside looking in. We're a 5.5-point dog on the road to Memphis. I don't think Memphis has anything to play for. We got everything to play for. We win this game, we get a loss from either North Texas or Charlotte. We're going to the conference championship game. If we win the conference championship game, there's a way the committee puts us in the college football playoff. So I'll take the mids plus 5.5 on the road, and you get them outright for plus 170 money line.
Yes, sir. Drop the mic. I love it. American Conference, they're about to take it down. Memphis, backup quarterback, they're injured. I love that. Go Navy. And that last game, go Navy, beat Army, of course.
Yes, sir.
My man, Wallace, thank you again. I appreciate you filling us all in. As always, everybody, happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. You know the drill. We'll see you on the next one. The next one is the best one.